Good day. This is Cast Iron ASMR with a comic book. It's not Archie, it's Scooter. Swing with Scooter. Yeah, it's just so beautiful outside. There's a real warmth to the sunlight. And so I was just sitting out here on an old dog couch. And I read Swing with Scooter. I just saw this comic on a YouTube. Did you know that there's people on YouTube who just show like their comic books? Yeah, they'll just show comic books. There's a few of them that, I don't know, they're kind of neat to see people's comics. You're doing the dishes or something. And this one guy, what's his name? Ralph's Retro Comics. And he had this comic, and I thought, hey, I have this comic. Swing with Scooter. Scooter. How could you? That machine was rented. It's a kissometer machine. So Scooter's like the main character. He's like Archie. This is like maybe the Scooter verse. I only have one other Swing with Scooter comic. It's over there. But this is issue number 19. Cover dated July. It's the June-July edition from 1969. Wait. No, this isn't the one I just saw. Hang on. And I just read it. It's not this one. It's this other one. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, who's that redhead? And so these are drawn by, at least the cover there is Henry Scarpelli. Reaching over. All right, here we go. This is the one I just saw on Ralph's Retro Comics, and I recognized it. Oh, look, the logo's a bit different. This one's issue 27. This is 19. Yeah, I thought it was 1970. Yeah, May 1970. Cover dated. So, what does that mean? It's like a few months before in real life. So, Scooter, he's getting an eye exam. And the optometrist saying, I don't understand. Where does it say, wow? See, Scooter is a teenage boy who is interested in teenage girls. And, well, maybe any pretty lady. One was walking outside. So yeah, this is the one I just read. Scooter. Double Trouble. So it's pretty much Archie, except for published by Superman National Comics, DC. And like I said, Henry Scarpelli doing the art on the cover. The inside, I don't know, back then they didn't sign their names. Is that him on the inside as well? Kind of looks like it. Yeah, when I first saw these, I bought these more than 20 years ago. And I thought, I didn't even know these existed. And there's some other ones in the line. Debbie, I think. And Marvel had some too. I have a couple of those, like Millie the Model and the like. So here we've got Scooter. So double trouble. Can you guess what happens? Just think of an Archie comic. So he's with this lady here. She wants to ask him on a date because she sees the other girl coming up. So at first I was like, is she like Betty? And she's like Veronica? Maybe kind of. I think he normally dates Cookie. So, what's her name? They don't say it on this page here. But she asks Scooter for a date, for a picnic. And he says, yeah, sure. And then, so she's all happy. And she says, I'll bring all the stuff there. But then here comes Cookie. Isn't it the grooviest time of the year, Scoo? The buds are popping. The birds are chirping. It's superific. Let's go on a picnic. I'll make some cool sandwiches and bake a yummy chocolate cake. Chocolate cake. I'm drooling already. Okay, it's a date for Saturday then. Did you guess that was what was going to happen? The double trouble. 2 dates on the same night. How many times has that happened to Archie and to so many a character? But he realizes it like right away. Okay, Saturday, oh no. And then look, here comes this cool cat, Kenny. He sees him. He's like, I got 2 dates. He's like, no problem. Like, you're going on a picnic? So does he take him there, or they just happen to be there? He's like, yeah, so Penny is the brunette, and Cookie is the blonde. Says, have one meet you up there, the other meet you down there, and just run in between and have your dates. What could go wrong? So Saturday comes, he thinks, oh my goodness, you're a genius. And so Saturday comes. Oh, there's Cookie, right where I told her to be. Hello, Scooter. Hello. You're whispering. What's the matter with your throat? Laryngitis. I don't want Penny to hear me. She's on the next hill. Then don't talk, just eat here. Great, I'm always hungry as a horse on a picnic. Ham and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, my favorite. Groovy. Ooh, I ate too much, Cookie. I'll take a little walk to walk it off. I better go over and see Penny. I thought, how is this going to work? Isn't she going to want to walk with him? But no. Hi, Penny. I'm famished. Sit down and eat with me. I have your favorite sandwiches. Ham and peanut butter and jelly. I was a little confused when I first read this, because that was his favorite up there. I thought, does he have ham and peanut butter and jelly on each sandwich? But then when I read this one, I think, like, this one's a ham sandwich, and then this one's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Look how happy he is. Chomping away. He's like, I better get back to Cookie. I'm going to take a little walk, Penny. I'll be right back. Look, chocolate cake. Chocolate cake. You can't resist a piece of that. I'll just take a piece and go for a walk. Yummy. He's back with Cookie, getting something. He's hoofing it back up to Penny. This is funny. This running back and forth to eat is killing me. Oh, my stomach. Oh, I'm sick, I'm dying. And they're coming from either direction. Quick, call an ambulance. Ooh, like there's a police officer in the park. And so here comes an ambulance with a nurse. But this is when the girls realize, like, what's going on here? Penny, what are you doing here? Evidently the same thing you were doing. I had a date with Scooter. And Scooter's coming around. He says, I'm feeling better already, and wraps his arms around the nurse. Do you realize what Scooter did to us today? Yes. A date with the two of us. You two-timer. Wait till they get their hands on him. He'll be really sick. Yeah, I don't know how many of these there are, but I've never really seen these. I don't, I guess I don't get out much. Maybe they're harder to find. I like the ads because I don't, well, it's cool to see old DC ads. Read DC's best. The Teen Titans. This was before they were the all-new Teen Titans. Back when Robin was still wearing his Batman and Robin uniform. So in this one, and then I started, I was like, I think it's like Archie, I was remembering, but I'm like, but I think this guy here was I couldn't remember. I was like, is this guy a werewolf? Is this guy a vampire? I remember one of the characters, being the Addams Family or like Sabrina style. So I love Archie comics. But I like the style, what they do. And here they're doing it. I mean, these are the same Archie artists. It's being done at DC. But how there's always like visual gags and panels that you can follow. But this one here, can you spot what's strange? Maybe about this one? What's up with this guy here? He's dropping his book. He's got his hands by his mouth. It looks like he's going. Oh, he's going to be sick. But anyway, and then like you don't see him. So his aunt, Hatta, I believe, baked a cake. This is the whole gag of the comic gift package. And there's a cake. And so they're like, we gotta put this somewhere. They're like, yeah, stick it in the coat closet. And he was gonna bring it to the teacher, who his aunt made made the cake for this teacher. But then I don't know. Yeah, Cookie. I think she is like Veronica. It looks like she's a little bit demanding. Scooter, I thought you were going to have lunch with me. Oh, that's right, Cookie. I almost forgot. I'll ask Malibu to deliver it. Malibu is the monster. Yeah, he's got pointy ears like Spock. Oh, you can't tell in that picture. Which was always funny because people didn't notice or mention that. Like same with in Sabrina, the uncle had pointy ears. His teeth don't look too sharp, though. Not in all the things. Anyway, so he's like, can you take the cake? It's in the coat closet. And he grabs this other thing. And it's like, oh, this is really heavy. Oh, it's not mine. To reason why. I thought it was going to be a bomb. It's a present from Scooter's Aunt Ada, Mr. Otis. How nice. Oof. Can you guess what it is? It's a bowling ball. So then he thinks, well, he phones to thank the aunt. And then the aunt says, like, oh, don't eat too much at once. Eat it like it's a bowling ball. Then he thinks, oh, maybe she wants me to take her bowling and then out for dinner. It's like, I haven't done this in a while. Taking a swing back. And then, oh, here comes Scooter. And opens the door. Hits the principal. Oh. The bowling ball goes right out the window. Here's a Superboy ad. This is going to be like a big, I think this is a 100-pager. With all these origin. The faithful day. Not faithful. Fateful day. The Lana Lang Lois Lane feud began. She's seeing the future. But it looks like Superboy, though. Maybe it's just like a year into the future. And Superboy meets Lois. The tragic day that Ma and Pa Kent died. I didn't know they were dead. I think they come back. Nobody dies forever. Comic books. So it goes out the window. And then look at this. Everyone's going running. Somebody call the militia. We're being fired on. People are still, I think, jumpy. Because of like what? 1970s, it'll be like Vietnam or something. Cannonball. And then this guy. Yeah, who's he? He's one of those guys. He comes running in. We're being attacked. What? He's looking for his helmet. His air raid warden helmet. He comes running out. And then, so it was this guy's bowling ball. It's like, Scooter, you see my bowling ball? Bowling ball? Yeah, I left it in the coat closet. And then when I got back, there was just this dumb cake box. The cake. Give it to me, Kenny. Oh, his name's Kenny. He reminds me of, I don't know why, and I haven't read many. What's that guy's name? Hi-Fi. He looks like Hi-Fi from Sad Sack. Where's my ball? See, and then the teacher's coming in. He figured out what happened. Attack indeed. Where do people get these dumb ideas? At least I have my bowling ball back. And then splat. My cake. My bowling ball. You got your bowling ball in my chocolate. You got my chocolate in your bowling ball. Scooter, I'll see you outside. And then look, he's gonna human bowling ball him. Here's an ad for Action Comics. And it looks like they're getting married. Lois. Superman. So they got, it's a little more, I don't know, for the time. Is it a little more older teen than the Archies? I don't know. Oh. And the sun there a little more. Anyway, so there's like a letter. No, this isn't a letter column. But Aunt Hannah tells it like it is. Like she's telling people, like, hey, wow, that Mary, I hear tell she's a real wild chick on a date. Yeah, you can tell just by looking at her. This is the wrong way to make an impression. Meeting a guy at a dance or a party can lead to a date. And maybe even a friendly relationship. But it can also lead to trouble if a chick is too eager or too starved for a date. A girl who throws herself at a guy for the sake of a date is bound to end up with a bad reputation. And what's far worse, she'll become an easy date. See, this is the way you do it. Cut it out, Paul. Don't be a kid. Mary is too nice a chick to be stuck with a creep like Paul. I think I'll put him in his place. Yeah, there we go. Then she has some jokes. Wait, are they jokes? Maybe they're just letters. Oh yeah, I read these too. I'll read this one with the picture. Look, there's a snake in these people's bed. So the letter says, Dear Aunt Hannah, my parents won't let my pet snake sleep in bed with me. How can I make them change their mind? And she answers, put your snake in their bed some night. So they'll see how nice and friendly it is. But if it's a boa constrictor, forget it, lad. They're so cuddly, they'll hug you to death. So, you know, this kid probably stuck the snake in the parents' bedroom. Oh, there was one from Canada. Always like that. Dear Aunt Hannah, I like this boy, and my girlfriend asked him if he likes me, and he said yes. So I wrote him a note telling him I liked him very much. He still hasn't written back. Should I wait for him to answer my letter? Signed, Waiting, Lowbanks, Ontario, Canada. Next time, try enclosing a stamped, self-addressed envelope. Some boys really get chintzy, which is a good segue into this next story. Scooter in Sylvester's meat is Dutch treat. So I think, at first I thought maybe that this Sylvester character was a werewolf, but I don't think he is. Oh, this one here, there's a really kind of a neat ongoing gag in the background as well. So Scooter comes over, he's like, how's it going? I got a double date tonight. Cookie has a cousin visiting from out of town. She's a really groovy chick. What? Spend money on girls? That's not my gig. So I thought, oh, this guy's like Jughead. He's not into the girls. But it's not that. He's just really cheap. Very unattractive character trait, in my opinion. It's one thing if you don't have the money. It's another if you're just cheap. But look in the background on the bus over here. This old lady yelling at the bus driver, arguing. It's kind of neat. And then Scooter, he says, You know, don't be so cheap. The girl said they'd go Dutch. Well, that turns me on a little better. So, if you know that expression, to go Dutch, means the girls will pay for themselves, the boys pay for themselves. Then he's being even more cheap. I mean, it is 1970. I think that was like the gas shortage. But he says, like, can we just go on your bike? Gas is so expensive, man. He's like, get real, man. How are you going to stick 4 people on here? It's like, yeah, I guess we'll use my car. And he's already talking about he doesn't have too much gas. Like, let's not go too far. And Scooter suggests, how about a drive-in movie? Fab, says Cookie. So there's Sylvester, is that his name? Yeah, Sylvester's date in the front seat. She looks nice. I like this. So they go to the drive-in. Did you ever go to the drive-in movies? Yeah, they're the best. Did you ever stow away in the trunk or put a blanket over you? So, you know, this is a cheap move, but it's also fun. And if you're like a teenager and you don't have much money, but they're in a convertible. Anyway, so Sylvester says, Scooter, you and Cookie, get down and we'll throw this blanket over you so we don't have to pay for you two. And like in real life, maybe one person in the back, or like stuff a bunch and have one person, but it's gonna look like 2 people. But 2 please, here's my money. They get away with it. Oh, I don't know, when I was reading these. So do you remember the people arguing on the bus? I even thought like, oh, I wonder if we're gonna see them again. Like, no. But then I was like, oh, look. You can see in this room there, these people here, they're fighting, arguing, and then these 2 kids are arguing. And then, oh, I even missed this part. This elderly couple going for a walk, yelling at each other. Oh, and the people up front. Like, no, I want to see that movie. No, that movie. But it kind of ends there. So it was like a 2-page fighting. Yeah, there's some people making out in their convertibles. So they sneak in, and then he's complaining that they should have just stayed home and watched movies on TV. The friend thinks to herself, some date. Is he cheap? That's intermission. So Scooter's like, all right, let's go get something to eat. He's freaking out already. Cheapo. He brought his own grill, like with charcoal. He should have had that going at the beginning. It's gonna take a while to get that going. So he sets up his grill. He starts frying some hot dogs. But then here comes out probably the owner or the manager. What's going on out here? Put out that fire. He's talking, you know, he's being belligerent. Kids, they'll drive me to the funny farm. So then they're watching the movie again, and the date, Sylvester's date up front. She says, what a drag this movie is, Dullsville. Could put a guy to sleep. And so Scooter thinks some rock music would liven up the scene. Cookie says, good idea. So I didn't know this, but Scooter, he brought his guitar, and I guess maybe he's a rock and roller. Groovy Scooter. It's the rock beat man that you hear on the street. And then, you know, this guy comes back. He's fed up. You guys again? Out. So they're driving out. then they're parking. It's a nice panel. So the drivers. The part I liked best is when we got our money back. Well, fellows, good night. That's an icy cold good night. And it was all Sylvester's fault. But then the next day, here he comes running. Scooter, Cookie's cousin, must really dig me. Look, she sent me a present. It's a toy bird. Hey, there's a key. You're supposed to wind it up. Looks like she's trying to tell you something. It's going cheep, 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 cheep. Happiness is Binky's buddies. Yeah, Binky. Wait, so is Binky part of the Scooter universe? Psst. Binky, you see that gorgeous chick that just passed? I think so, because now he's not paying attention. And he's watering his father inside the house. He's gonna get it. Yeah, that covers by Henry Scarpelli. So then there's one about Malibu. Scooter's his friend. This is like, you know, the Ghoulies, the Addams family. His family arrives. And I thought, so Scooter's all judgy, like, wow, they look like they should have flew here on brooms. I was like, that's kind of judgmental. Like, okay, she kind of looks like a witch costume. But can he help it? He's got a big head like that. But then there's a ghost. Like, oh, I was so scared. I was invisible, but now I'm not. He's a ghost. So I thought, oh, he knows. Or did he just find out? Or is Scooter just that stupid? Well, yeah, later it seems like, oh, you don't actually know your friend Malibu is a vampire? He offered to go and get some groceries. Oh, he's just driving by his Aunt Ada. Like, oh, hi. Oh, she was trying to get him a job at the grocery store. They're like, get out of here. If he hangs around people like that. It's very judgy. Yeah, Debbie. A date with Debbie. I have a couple of these. I think that was a date with Debbie. I'm not sure. That might have been a radio show. It's Jerry Lewis. That started as a, yeah, radio type show. Superman and Batman. Wonder Woman. Yeah, I've got a few comics with these. If you cut these out, you could use the coupon for like a free ride. The Palisades Amusement Park. New Jersey. I thought the Palisades was in California. Maybe that just means by the water or something. Palisades. They, yeah, Saved by the Bell. That's where I heard about the Palisades. So they move into the haunted house. Even the bats leave because they're too spooky. And it's implied that, like, his cousin has 4 legs. I'll look at this ad for... Oh, yeah, so anyway, in the end, they take him to, like, the Pops equivalent. That's what Scooter does. Oh, and the family thinks that Scooter's a real square. Like, why'd you hang out with that guy? So weird. It's like, oh, but he's a good guy. Then they think he's really crazy when he Tries to serve them hamburgers and french fries. I'm not going to eat that garbage. But look at this ad here for this Hot Wheels comic book. You know, it's super commercial product placement, but look at the art there. Like, that looks just like the Hot Wheels would. And that would be really cool if you bought like this. You know, you got your little Hot Wheels, and then it's featured in a comic. And then there's these characters, I guess, who drive them all. Wow, this was a funny one-pager with Malibu. So yeah, in this one, it's like with Sabrina. The characters, the Archie characters, the Scooter characters think, wow, he really is weird. Some real supernatural, crazy witch stuff that their family's into. It's like, I got a date, can I borrow your scooter? It's like, yeah, the chick's real cute. I can imagine he digs up the weirdest chicks. He's driving by the drugstore. Oh, Malibu. As soon as I saw this, I thought that was funny. I've got to get this plastic skeleton over to our other store for the window display. Will you drop it off for me? And then he drives by. Wow. I've seen him with weird dates, but this is the end. And how. So there you have it. Yeah, it's a pretty good comic. Yeah, I wish I had some more of these. I should bring back Scooter. Get a whole new stable of Archie artists to work on team titles. That would be nice. Well, thanks for joining me. And good night.